Hi, I'm Ruben Saltzman with Structure Tech Home Inspections. Today's topic is whether or not you need a closet to call something a bedroom. Spoiler alert, the answer is no. That's it. If you just came here for the answer to that question, you can stop watching, we're done. But if you want the rest of the story, stick around. So as a home inspector, I really don't care whether a room has a closet or not. It's outside the scope of what I do. But a lot of people come to us and ask us about this, and they say, well, isn't this, not a legal bedroom because it doesn't have a closet? And they've got this listed as a 3-bedroom home, but we think it should only be 2, and we want you to get in the middle of it. And as a home inspector, that's totally not what I do. But people come to us and ask us this stuff anyway. So I have the answer. There is absolutely nothing in the building code that says anything about a bedroom needing a closet. And when I say the building code, I'm referring to the National Building Code, the International Residential Code, also known as the IRC. There's nothing in there that says that you need a closet to call something a bedroom. Now, I'm in Minnesota. In Minnesota, we take the IRC and we chop it up and we make all these amendments to it and we kind of make it our own flavor. And I can tell you, we don't have any such amendment requiring a closet. So we don't need it in Minnesota. It's not required at the national level. Some people might say, but what about specific municipalities? Individual cities might have their own rules. Well, I can tell you here in Minnesota, I'm not aware of a single city that requires closets in a bedroom. And this is one of those things where I don't have the rules for every single city at my fingertips. I can't tell you definitively that there's no city in Minnesota that requires it, but I've been making this ask to real estate agents for the last 10 plus years now, saying if you do find a city where you find that requirement, let me know about it and I'll change my tune and I'll stop telling people you don't need a closet to call something a bedroom. But to date, haven't had anybody come up with one single city that requires it. And in fact, in Minneapolis, they go so far in their truth and sale of housing guidelines, they go so far as to say you don't need a closet to call something a bedroom. I mean, they actually say you don't need it. So, where does this requirement come from? I don't know. It must have been a requirement at some point way back in the day. Maybe lenders required it. Lenders can ask for whatever they want. I mean, if they're going to give you the money to buy a house and they want to see a closet, I guess they can ask for it, but there's no standard. Maybe this was an FHA thing. I don't make any attempt to figure out what an FHA appraisal is going to require to give somebody a loan. Maybe this used to be a thing where realtors had to have a closet to call something a bedroom. I've heard from a lot of old school agents that there was a requirement that you couldn't list something as a bedroom unless it had a closet. And if it didn't, then they couldn't list it online as a bedroom. I've also heard other agents tell me, yeah, that was a really old requirement and it has since gone away. There's nothing out there now. But let's just say that somebody's buying a home and they're very insistent that we have a closet added to call something a bedroom. I'd say make people happy. If you need to jump through a hoop to create a closet, then let's look at the definition of a closet in the International Residential Code. They define a closet as a small room or chamber used for storage. So what is that? Well, we know what a small room is, but how about a chamber? What's a chamber? That's not defined by the building code, but if we turn to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, they say a chamber is a natural or artificial enclosed space or cavity. So they don't say how big it needs to be. They don't, you don't need walls. You don't need any of this. You need an enclosed space. So it could be a tiny little box that's sitting in the corner of the room. I guess that probably wouldn't be a big enough space to store clothes. Maybe get something bigger, maybe like an armoire or some type of enclosed closet, some freestanding device. Throw one of those in the room if somebody is really asking for a closet. And you might get this argument saying, well, it's not part of the building, it's not permanently installed, it's not attached. Well, We all know how you can get around that, right? You drive a screw through it into the wall, and now it's permanently attached. And what it all comes down to is make a big deal out of the big stuff and a little deal out of the little stuff. And this is little stuff. This is almost semantics. So again, bottom line is you do not need a closet to call something a bedroom. If you do find some city or municipality in Minnesota that requires this, shoot me an email or leave a comment at the end of this video. I'd love to know about it, and I will change my tune. Thank you so much for watching.